I am Francisco Javier Casas Cobo. I am an architect. I have been living here for 10 years in Riyadh with my family. And currently I'm working for IDOM Consulting Engineering Architecture as the Director of Architecture for Saudi Arabia. Actually, we came here because my wife got an offer from Prince Sultan University to teach as an architect in the College of Engineering. And then in order to convince her, because she's the smartest in our family, they also added an offer for me to work as an architect in the campus. And we decided to come as a family at that time. While my expectations of Saudi Arabia, when we were deciding whether we should be moving or not in 2014, were that it was a tough country to live somehow, but our kids were 4 and 2 years old, so it was a difficult decision for us. But now we are very happy of having made that decision because the country has changed a lot, and then, we're very happy living here. I remember perfectly the day that we landed. It was at night. It was really hot because it was by the end of August 2014. Then the driver picked us up. We went directly to DQ Safarat, where we live. When we came in 2014, I think there wasn't a clear vision, but now there is a very well-known Vision 2030. I think that is very important. Luckily, the whole society is embracing that and supporting my experience with my students in universities where I worked in the past, is that everybody loved the plan, so the vision was clear, and I think that nobody is saying that there's something that cannot happen. So no matter how crazy it can be, for example, in the area where I work, all the visionary projects in NEOM, so there's hope and there is an excitement and thrill, but people believe and think that this is going to happen. We have to start working on that, and we have started. Saudis and people from many countries, and we are sure that all the, let's say, the events that you have ahead, being that the Winter Asian Olympic Games or football championships, the 2030 Universal Exhibition, all these things, they have a clear horizon and a plan to get things done. Well, I think as an expat, you have to come with an open mind, for sure, trying to understand that no matter how difficult it can be at the beginning, things are going to change for the best. And then if you try to understand the other, the society you're going to be living in, everything will be smoother and better, because actually we are all people trying to come along, become friends, and do our job, and then have a good time. We've been very lucky, and we had the chance to travel and visit many places. So I remember particularly a very beautiful trip we took in 2020 in COVID times. We went to Hail, then to Alula. My wife had visited that, and she wanted badly us to visit that because it was a great place. So we went to Alula, then to Yanbu in the Red Sea. We've been to Daman, many times to Jeddah for scuba diving. Yeah, the country is amazing, and there are plenty of activities you can do in many of these places. We discovered many places that were kind of gems, hidden, nobody visiting them for now. Maybe in the future they will, but at that moment you feel like you're a pioneer there, no? It's the first time that you are. Same that happened when we first landed in NEOM, no? There's a lot of people working there already, but you feel like you're the first discovering the Gulf of Aqaba, Hada Beach, Gayal Peninsula. You're the first one diving in the coral reef. It's just this kind of feeling that you are in a place which is actually well developed, and then you feel safe. So it's a very modern country, but at the same time, it's kind of just for you. Middle Beast, I think it's a great activity because it takes place like 3-4 days in December. Unluckily, I haven't had the chance to go there yet. I've gone with my family to Riyadh Boulevard many times. And yeah, we are trying always to see what's happening in the city to take advantage of the many events. Formula E, we went 1 year. And other places that I cannot recall probably the names, but one and then we try to go with friends and enjoy the desert, of course. Food in Saudi Arabia, I have to say you can find almost anything. Of course, there are things that you cannot for religious reasons, but other than that, there's all kind of international cuisine and restaurants, and then the local food. I don't know, starting from kabsa to other plates that are more elaborated and also traditional. They are really delicious. I miss a few things, like I said, of course, being Spanish and so from my culture, but there are a lot of things that you find here that actually you don't find in other countries, because there's one thing that Saudi do, is that they look around and they try to bring to the country and to the city what they have experienced elsewhere, no? Which is something great. And then at the end of the day, this is like a place, like a melting pot where you can find all types of chefs and cooks preparing international dishes, which is great. We've tried kabsa, varieties with rice and either chicken and lamb, and also the roasted lamb. We believe that it's killed there a few moments before, and they prepare in front of you. Somehow it takes hours, like spinning. Yeah, another plates that I'm not sure if they are Saudi or they are kind of more from the area, like hummus and tabbouleh, this and that. So we try that too. For me in Saudi Arabia, a working day would be waking up really early, like 5:30 a.m. Try to check my emails and if there's some work that I couldn't finish the day before, so I wait for the kids to wake up. Then we have breakfast together at home with my wife. We drop them off at the school, and it takes me like 15 minutes to go to my new office. Very happy because we moved to this beautiful location at Radem Commercial Center, not far from the King Abdullah Financial District. Then I go inside, and probably I'm one of the first because like I'm an early bird, so I want to be there soon. Then people are coming, but we have like a relaxed time before meetings start, actually around 9 or 10 a.m. with some of our clients, mainly online, so with NEOM, our Royal Commission for Riyadh City, and other public clients. So that's part of the morning. Then we can have lunch like at 12, short break, and we continue until 5, 6, depending on how much work we have. After work, we, if we can, we go to some of the beautiful coffees that you have here in Riyadh. There's always a new one that you have to discover for the first time, and actually you can meet friends over there, have some cakes, and then maybe head back home and do some sports if there's time before you go home for dinner. When I came to Riyadh, I thought that my life as a runner had ended because it was so hot in August that I thought, okay, it's going to be impossible if the weather remains the same. But actually, I'm living in the diplomatic quarter, and it's a great place to run. We have this 16K track, and a lot of friends can come there. We also have different places where we go with the Riyadh Runners Club. There's also another club, R7, and I think there's even another one called Urban Runners. So there's a huge community of runners. Riyadh Marathon is taking place in Riyadh. I think this is the third time. So it's great because we didn't have that in the past, and now we have like international athletes and a great community coming from so many different places. And I think it's a very healthy activity, and I'm very happy that a lot of people who in the past didn't run, for some different reasons, they have joined the Vibe, and we are running together very happily in different places, yeah. I used to play tennis in Spain, and when I came to Riyadh, I wanted my kids to learn how to play tennis. So happily we met this EQ Tennis Academy. I think that tennis is difficult, so it takes more time than paddle, for example, to learn, but it's actually more rewarding in terms of, I mean, at least for me, no? I think it's just beautiful how hard it is to progress, but once you have achieved a decent level, you can play with friends who play tennis very well. Otherwise, it's just a mess, and then you enjoy a lot. So it was so good that also in DQ, we found this beautiful facility for horseback riding. So my children, they were like 5 and 3 years old, and they started learning over there. So on Saturday afternoon, we used to go there. Actually, we could rent the place a few times to have like birthday parties for my kids, and that was so beautiful, and something that I could have never imagined that I would do in Spain. I could do that here. One of the greatest things that I had the chance to do here was going back to my hobby as a scuba diver. So I used to scuba dive when I was in Spain, then my wife learned to scuba dive in our honeymoon, and now in the Red Sea in Jeddah, my daughter took the open water course, and then we could dive together, which was one of the most beautiful experiences of my life and something that I will always remember. So we've been there many times, and also thanks to my job with EDOM, I go to Neom, and also they have a beautiful spot over there where we can also dive. Not always, but we have the chance to do that sometimes. As an architect, I think this is the best place to be today. So I think that can be spread to other fields, you know, in terms of professional development. This is a great place to be. You can enjoy it on a daily basis, but also gives you the opportunity of growing in your professional career and have a great family life at the same time. So I don't think that there's something in my head now that can push me to leave the country in the near future. I don't know if after 2 decades, or hopefully I can stay here and see the things that we are. I'm very excited about that. That's why I left the university, because I wanted to be part of the architectural scene again. So all the developments in Neom, all the things that are happening in the Red Sea, the Eastern Province, the Royal Commission for Riyadh City is having great projects also in the north. I cannot finish mentioning them. There are so many. So I want to be part of that, but actually I would like to see it happening. No? For example, I'm working in the line, and if I have the chance, I would like to see and live the experience, because I'm seeing that in drawings, in beautiful renders, and it looks amazing. But after 10 years, there will be people. No, before that, there will be people living there, and if I can, I would like to be one of them for a while. I don't know if I can be there forever, but it's just great. Imagine, no? I mean, you've seen the project. It's like 500 meters tall, 200 meters wide. So yeah, it's something like you think of that. It's just okay. I want to be there, no? And see how is that. After 10 years living here, of course, I've learned a lot of things. But I believe that one is that we have to understand who's in front of us, understand where people are coming from, because all of us have a background and have a history and problems that we are tackling or trying to overcome. So it's not that we are coming from a Western country and then we try to tell you what to do. You have your ways, you have your goals, and it's just something that you have to understand before you start having a relationship, no matter what kind of relationship we're talking about, professional or personal. No? So this is important, because otherwise it's just like you will never come along with the other person if you think that you are that far as a human being, but also don't share anything at the end of the day. I think memories come mainly from family trips, I would say. For example, one that we took in COVID times. That was very hard times. And I remember that the country supported everybody in a very good way. So you were seeing the scene around the world and everybody was really scared. We thought it was the end of the world. But we had vaccines here, we had delivery of food to our places, we had online teaching in our case at that time. And then we became so close as a family because we were secluded like everybody else, no? Because of the curfew or the lockdown. And then we were at home having a lot of quality time, let's call it, sharing with our kids and yes, helping them with classes, something we haven't done before. So that teaches us that even in the worst times, the most scary times, you can find something good, which is what happened. In a practical way, I will miss 100% the security. So how many times that I have forgotten or left or wherever my cell phone in the middle of Alkindi Plaza, go back home, which is 5-10 minutes far from there, come back, and the cell phone was in the same place. Nobody touched it. Same at the university. I mean, wallet lost after jumping out a taxi. So many like kind of things that you know it's gonna be there, it's gonna happen, or someone is gonna take it, and the police is gonna call you. The same for my kids. You know, my kids can go walking or biking. So this kind of nothing is gonna happen to us. This is beautiful. You know, that you're feeling very safe. Also, talking about sports, it's true that running in the desert is just so beautiful. The escarpment, it provides so many amazing views, mesmerizing moments in either in the sunset or the sunrise. You go early in the morning in summer, and that is something that probably you can find only here because the landscape is very particular. No? You feel like you are in Mars in a way, no? Because it's that kind of thing. I always tell my family and my friends, please do come visit us. In the past it wasn't possible because, well, there was no tourist visa, but now there is. So I've seen that the Ministry of Tourism is advertising the country in many places, and I am trying to encourage my family and friends to come and see what you have here, which is a lot of things that they cannot find in our country or in Europe. So each country is different and has beautiful things to show to the rest of the world. Particularly here, I mentioned a few in the past, but I think that one of the most beautiful things that you have here is people. No? People are really, if you go to the desert, you're going to be invited 100% to join all the family for tea, coffee, or food. And if you are in a problem, you're stuck in the sun, they will provide you like chains and all the things, or even they will drag you out. 100%. They are around all the time to help you with that. So that's something that truly you don't find in all places. No? People are like more kind of scared of other people, and I think that this country, in that sense, is very much ready to open and get the tourists in a very good way, the way that they can enjoy what you have here. Hola amigos, familia en España. Como veis, sigo aquí en Arabia Saudí. Pensaba que iba a estar 1 año, 2 o 3 y al final pues ya llevo 10. No sé hasta cuándo estaré por aquí en esta aventura que nos ha traído toda la familia aquí, pero sí que os animo, ya que hay visado de turista y muchas cosas que podéis descubrir y disfrutar en este país, a que por favor nos visitéis de una vez por todas. Muchas gracias.